What's up guys, welcome back to another video. My name is Ethan from TheTechLife, and today we're going to be talking about what we're going to be seeing at WWDC 2020 and the specs and features of the iPhone 12 that's going to be releasing hopefully sometime this year. So getting started, this year's Apple's WWDC 2020 is going to be a little bit different. This time it's going to be taking place in June like we thought before, but this time it's going to be an all new online conference. So everybody that's being invited to the conference is going to be online. So hopefully now more people are going to be able to see it live and just see everything that's going. So I don't know how that's going to be because it's never been done before, but hopefully it's something brand new and it's going to be awesome. So the expected announcements at WWDC 2020, we're going to be seeing iOS 14, iPad OS 14, Mac OS 10.16, Watch OS 7, and TV OS 14. A lot of 14s. Okay, so Apple has not yet announced official dates for the online event, but it'll take place at some point during June. Apple says that the online event will allow millions of creative people to innovative developers to get access to future versions of iOS, iPadOS, macOS, watchOS, and tvOS, as well as engaging Apple engineers at the event. Okay, so usually the WWDCs of Apple normally take place at the McHenry Convention Center in San Jose, California, and Apple usually charges around $1,500 for a ticket to attend. We're not sure yet if there's going to be a fee to attend the digital event, but we're going to find out closer to June where it's going to be taking place. Okay, so first things first, iOS 14. So there's an early tester versions of iOS 14 leaked, providing insights to a whole range of features that could be included in the update. So we've listed a few below. I'm going to be listing a few below, and there's going to be an iOS 14 roundup for completed details in the description, so make sure you go check that out after this video. Okay, so the home screen. So the apps on the home screen may get a list view so you can see everything installed from one easy to see spot. Okay, so the new fitness app. So Apple's working on a fitness app that will let users download guides, workout videos on iPhone, your iPad, your TV, and your Apple Watch. Now messages, we think iMessage and messages are going to get an app mentioned in the group chat so you can tag people you know in messages, kind of like a social media platform. But it's kind of cool. There's going to be easier group chats and more colors to indicate group chat colors of iPhone versus Android. Like you'd have the normal blue and green, this time it's going to be different colors. We're not sure yet, but we're going to find out later. So third-party default apps. So users might be able to set third-party apps as their own with default browser, mail, and music apps as default versus using Apple's default apps. And you're going to have a device of Apple's own apps, so you're going to have a whole new app store of third-party apps you can set as default, hopefully. Like I'm saying before, none of this is for sure. We're going to be finding out later. So Apple Pencil and third-party wallpaper packs. So they're working on an update for the Apple Pencil where you can do scribble to text, kind of like the Apple Watch where you can scribble out letters and transfer into text. But now on the Apple Pencil, you're going to have either your iPad or your iPhone, and you can scribble out text, or scribble to text, and it'll be converted before it's sent. And if you just like writing on paper more, you'll be able to write on the iPad like paper. And the third-party wallpaper packs, Apple may allow developers to create wallpaper options for the iPhone. They'll be able to be installed through the wallpaper section of the settings app. So basically you can go into settings where you change your wallpaper and download different packs, so you can have a whole ton of new stock wallpapers from Apple, which personally would be awesome because I don't like having to search through Google for hours to find a good 4K OLED wallpaper. But now that you're going to be able to download them straight from Apple will be a nice touch to the settings. So Watch OS 7. So Watch OS 7 will bring new face features, parental controls, and more with detailed outlines in the description. Once again, just like up there with iOS 14, I'm going to be leaving a link to where you can go read an article about what I'm going to be talking about to go further into detail. Okay, so share your face. So WatchOS 7 will allow users to share specific watch face configurations with one another. So if you make your own watch face or customize it wherever you want, you can share it to other people so they can use the same ones without configuring it themselves. Infograph Pro Watch Face. There's a new Infograph Pro Watch Face that includes a tachymeter. A tachymeter can be used to compute speed based on travel time, which is pretty cool. I've seen it on the Gear S3 Frontier, and now I'm going to be seeing it on my Apple Watch. It'll be a whole nice thing. So you can just basically, I don't really use it, but it's just nice to have because it moves around and it's kind of fun to play with. New designed photo watch faces. So in WatchOS 7, watch faces created from photos can be made using a shared album in addition to individual photos and groups of photos from albums on your watch. School time. So in the past there's been a few issues of kids playing on their Apple Watches and texting during school, which has been a bit of an issue with some parents getting calls from the principals and teachers all the time. But now there's going to be a new setting called school time, which will allow parents to manage which apps and applications can be used during specific hours of the school day and weekends. So basically more parental controls but for your Apple Watch, and it's going to be on a time limit. So that's pretty cool, especially for parents that have problems with kids on their Apple Watches at school. Okay, so now getting on to the iPhone 12 part of the video. So the iPhone 12 is expected to launch during June of WWDC 2020, like I talked about with iOS 14 and all the other softwares coming in. And hopefully there's no delays with the COVID-19 pandemic. And with new iPhone, it will be reportedly Apple's first iPhone to support 5G networking. Other reports point to an all-new iPhone 12 design that gets rid of iPhone's distinctive notch, while hopefully we're guessing it's just going to be shrunken. It's kind of a big jump for Apple to just completely remove it, but it should be shrink at least then from what we have right now on the iPhone 11 and previous models. But Apple's design is to implement Touch ID into the display. I don't know how that's going to work, but it would be cool if it is there, but I'm not sure yet. And like I said in one of my previous videos in the iCard up here, Apple's going to be launching a new line of iPhones. So you're going to have your iPhone 12, iPhone 12 Max, and the new iPhone 9 or SE2, which is going to be Apple's budget iPhone. And like I just said in the iCard before, you'll watch my video if you haven't seen it yet, if you're interested in the budget model things. Okay, so what should you expect from the iPhone 12? So coming this fall after the iPhone 9 launches sometime in the first half of 2020, June, but we'll expect two iPhone 12 devices, a 5.4 inch model and a 6.1 inch display, two iPhone 12 models at 6.1 inches and 6.7, and multiple iPhone 12 models will feature the 5G capability. Connectivity via Qualcomm's 5G modem. The iPhone 12 Pros will likely add a time of flight sensor to 3 rear cameras, which will aid in AR apps. So this year could also be the first year where the whole line of iPhone 12s could feature OLED screens, while the new iPhone 12 Pro may offer 120Hz refresh rates. So Apple news is being updated every day, but the iPhone line debuted at Apple's press event on September 10th last year, so it stands to no reason where the iPhone 12 would follow in September 2020. So if Apple's able to stay on track and the phone comes out to the second Tuesday of the month, we could be looking at a new iPhone 12 release date on September 8th of 2020. But because of the coronavirus pandemic, however, multiple reports have been able to delay iPhone 12. A recent Bloomberg report says that iPhone 12 phones are still on track for a fall launch, and a separate DigiTimes article says that Apple cites supply chain sources of denies Apple has to delay production. But like I said, we're still not sure. Everything's still moving so fast with the COVID-19 pandemic, and we're just gonna have to find out as time flies. So John Prosser on Twitter tweeted that the iPhone chains are improving. The iPhone 12 will still likely be delayed. Prototyping for the iPhone 12 isn't done yet. It requires access from Apple to travel to China, and due to travel bans, they haven't been able to finalize release dates for the iPhone 12. So hopefully as the coronavirus lays down a little bit and gets more settled, then we're going to be able to go to China and get the iPhones delivered to the US so we can get production out as fast as possible. The price of the iPhone 12, the iPhone 11 starts at fairly affordable at $699, and the iPhone 11 Pro and 11 Pro Max cost $999 and $1,999 respectively, and the wild card is how much 5G support is going to add onto the price of the iPhones, and so the new iPhone 12. We still can't assure what they're going to be costing, but because of the 5G capability being added, we're thinking it's just going to go a little bit up. So the iPhone 12 is going to cost as much as the iPhone 11 Pro Max, and the 12 Max, not the 12 Pro, the 12 Max is going to cost a little bit more, so maybe $1,900 or $2,000, hopefully not too much, so people can still buy it. But obviously with Apple tax, it's going to be so expensive. And also hopefully a new video coming soon about why Apple products are so expensive. So stay tuned, subscribe, like. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.